There's something undeniably comforting about a crackling campfire. The flickering flames cast dancing shadows, the warmth radiating outwards like a welcoming embrace. But for a group of friends on a remote camping trip, a seemingly ordinary campfire became the focal point of a terrifying experience. This is their true story, a chilling reminder that sometimes the wilderness holds secrets best left undisturbed. Campfires have been a staple of backcountry adventures for generations. They provide warmth, light, and a focal point for storytelling and camaraderie. But campfires also hold a certain mystique, an invitation to delve into spooky tales and ghost stories as the flames dance and the darkness creeps closer. It's this very contrast, the comfort of the fire juxtaposed with the vast unknown of the wilderness, that creates a unique atmosphere, ripe for both relaxation and a touch of unease. We were a group of 5 friends, seeking refuge from the city in the embrace of a remote national park. Miles away from civilization, the towering pines and the echoing silence provided a welcome escape. After a day spent exploring hidden trails and encountering playful wildlife, we gathered around a crackling fire, our laughter echoing through the trees. Little did we know, the night held something far more unsettling in store. The first night by the fire was idyllic. We roasted marshmallows, shared stories, and gazed up at the star-studded sky. The rhythmic crackle of the flames lulled us into a sense of security. However, as the embers died down and the shadows deepened, a subtle unease began to creep in. We dismissed it as overactive imaginations, a product of the spooky stories whispered earlier. The following nights brought a series of unsettling events. Strange noises, rustling leaves, snapping twigs, seemed to emanate from the dense forest surrounding our campsite. The firelight, once a source of comfort, began to flicker erratically, plunging us into momentary darkness. Each unexplained event chipped away at our sense of security, leaving a gnawing suspicion that something was amiss. As the nights wore on, the activity escalated. Footsteps, too close for comfort, pattered in the undergrowth just beyond the reach of our flashlights. A brush against, an arm in the dead of night sent shivers down spines. And then came the whispers. Whispers in a language we couldn't understand, carried on the night breeze, seemingly circling around the fire. Fear, thick and suffocating, settled over our group. Desperate for answers, we explored local legends whispered by the park ranger. Tales of a missing hiker, never found, his cries echoing through the woods on moonlit nights. Could there be a connection? Was the spirit of the lost hiker drawn to our campfire, seeking solace or perhaps something more sinister? The ranger, a weathered man with eyes that held countless stories, offered no definitive answers. He simply advised us to respect the wilderness and leave no trace, a cryptic message that did little to ease our growing unease. The peak of our terrifying experience arrived on a night shrouded in an unnatural stillness. The fire refused to catch, plunging us into an inky blackness broken only by the pinpricks of starlight. Then, a low growl ripped through the silence, sending a jolt of terror through our group. A shadowy figure, barely discernible in the darkness, emerged from the tree line. Panic erupted. We scrambled to our feet, grabbing backpacks and anything that could serve as a weapon. With a collective shout, we charged towards the figure, only to find nothing. The forest stood silent, the darkness mocking our fear. Shaken and defeated, we retreated back to the flickering remains of the fire, the night a blur of adrenaline and terror. The next morning, we packed up camp in a frenzy. The playful banter and lightheartedness of the first day were replaced by a heavy silence. We left the campsite, the untouched wilderness feeling more menacing than welcoming. Back in the safety of civilization, the fear began to recede, replaced by a lingering unease. The experience left an indelible mark on our friendship. The playful teasing about ghosts and campfire stories vanished, replaced by a shared understanding of the unsettling events we had witnessed. We never spoke of it openly, but the memory hung heavy in the air, a silent pact of unspoken fear. Adding to the unsettling experience, upon returning home, we discovered something peculiar. Each of us had a small, unidentifiable object tucked away in a backpack pocket. A smooth, black stone unlike anything we'd seen before. Was it a memento of the night? A reminder of the unseen presence that stalked us in the darkness? We never found an explanation. Years have passed, and the details of the trip have faded with time. The laughter, the shared meals, the camaraderie, all distant memories. Yet, the chilling whispers around the campfire and the unsettling encounters in the darkness remain vivid. The experience left me, and I'm sure the others as well, with a healthy dose of respect for the wilderness. We learned that sometimes the most terrifying stories aren't whispered around a campfire, but are written in the shadows beyond the reach of the flames. Campfires are a cherished tradition, a symbol of warmth, light, and shared stories. But this story serves as a chilling reminder that the wilderness holds secrets, and sometimes those secrets are best left undisturbed.